What's up? What's up? What's up?
Welcome to Talks with Tay. Featuring healing, growing. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Talks with Tay. I am your host, Taylor, also known as Tay, also known as T. It does not really matter to me. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We are back with another episode. I am excited to be here with you guys here on Talks with Tay. We will talk about any and everything, the things that nobody wants to talk about, the hard conversations, all things healing, growing, evolving, maturing. And we're just going to be better and we're going to do it together. This episode is going to be as real as it gets. No makeup, no outline, no plan, no icebreaker, just a real conversation. Some of you may know, for those who this is your first time tuning in, Talks with Tay is something that God gave to me. It was just through a time where I was on a healing journey, still am, and this is what He gave to me to share with somebody else, to help them on their journey. Not just so they can see, the grass being greener, but see where it wasn't so green and where it wasn't so nurtured. And that's me right now. I am in a place in my life where the grass is far from green. I'm thankful that, I'm not where I used to be, but I am nowhere near where I want to be. And in this time of my life, I'm in a place where this was not the plan. I did not think I would be where I am. I saw other things for myself, even if you want to take it a few months back to how all of this transpired. I had a plan, and I know believers, we know that God has a plan for us, that His plan is better than ours. We say that, but when you're actually in it, it's just like, all right, me and God are working together. I know He has a plan for me. I know His plan is good, but you also, all right, well, there's some things that you just know. There's some things that I believe you don't have to pray about. You don't have to seek counsel. Some things you just know. Like, if you're in school, you have to study. You have to set your alarm when you need to wake up. Yes, God wakes us up, but like, some things you just know. So I was going based off of what I know. I was consulting God about what was next for me, and it seemed like I wasn't getting an answer. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll wait for you to respond. As time went on, I kind of got more comfortable. I was at ease. God's gonna do it for me. He's gonna answer me. I'm gonna know what to do next. I'm gonna know where to go. I'm gonna know my next steps. But then time started, getting close, and I still had no answer. So now I'm in panic mode again. All right. Well, I don't know what to do. So a little backstory: I was moving from where I lived. My lease was over. I was looking into getting another apartment, but it just seemed like nothing was working out. And yeah, the job where I was at, I was offered a position, a higher position, and I got a taste of the position, and I was like, wow, I like this. I think I can see myself doing this for another year to put myself in a better position to do what I want to do next. Um, and I was like, okay, this is it. And I've been praying about this, about what to do next or whatever. And then this job opportunity presents itself. And I'm like, okay, this is an answered prayer. I've been praying about it. Um, Now this falls in my lap. I didn't have to apply for it or anything. They were just like, we like we like what you're doing. We see you and we think you can go to the next level. Like it just happened. It happened so fast too. So I was like, great, like, thank you, God. And like she told me, and she was like, do you want it? I said, yeah, like absolutely. Sign me up. Like I'm good. And then she was like, oh, relax. She was like, I'll give you the weekend to think about it. I was like, I don't need the weekend. Like, I'm good. But ended up taking the weekend, and literally over the weekend, I was like, dang, I don't think that's the right move. So I'm like, gosh, he should have never gave me the weekend. He could have been like good. Now I'm going back and forth. And I'm just like, wait, God, like, I thought this was you. You don't want me to take it? And he didn't say yes or no. Um, I believe in prophecy. I believe that God speaks through others. And on Sunday, um, my pastor said something to me, and she was just like, the way that you're going is not it. So now I'm like, I'm tight. And sometimes when like somebody speaks to you, you want to hear, like, you want that feeling of joy and relief after. I had no relief after this. I felt worse than when I started. Um, I'm like, all right, cool. I chilled on the apartment search in that area. Like, all right, whatever. Um, and I'm out. And this time, I was very adamant about not moving until I heard God for myself. I needed to hear Him say yes or no, or do this or do that. I still am very adamant about that, because I remember one of the last big decisions that I had to make. I prayed on it, I did, but I didn't necessarily wait for an answer. It was like the same thing. God didn't say anything. So I assumed because He didn't say anything, all right, cool, it was okay. I was like, if it's not, He'll just block it. Like, it won't be able to happen. So I moved forward with what I was doing. And I don't think it was the right decision because of the repercussions that came after and the things that I had to deal with. And I was just like, dang, maybe God didn't tell you to do that. And I had to deal with that. Nobody else had to deal with that. Taylor had to deal with that. So now at this time of life, and at this time in my life, making another huge decision, and it's not just one decision, it'll affect every area of my life. I'm just like, I dare not move without God saying anything to me. So me and God, we like this. Like, I ask Him something and he talks back to me. Um and like I said, I believe that God speaks through others. I believe all of that. But I was just at a point in my relationship with God, was just like, I don't necessarily need a prophet to talk to me. If they do, I'll receive it, if they for real. But we were so tight where I was just like, he was talking to me himself. Um, on behalf of myself, on behalf of others, like, we was it was cool. Um, like, I was just so wrapped up in him. So it was just like, I can't even, it's just like we was like this, right? So I'm thinking it's going to be the same thing. I'm making another decision. I'm closer to you than I've ever been. So I know you're going to lead me. You're going to show me what to do. As time went on, he wasn't showing me what to do. Now I'm getting tight because time is now cutting it close. I'm just like, I need to make a decision. One, I need to give this job an answer. Two, I'm going to need to find somewhere to live. Three, I'm like, I could go back home, but that's not what I want to do. Um, so there's a whole bunch of it's like it's a whole bunch of things like, all right, I can't I not kind of I need an answer, right? So you know how we do. We take it back. I'm trying to figure it out for myself. I'm coming up with my own plan. I'm just like, all right, bet if you don't answer me, this I'm gonna do this. Like I'm gonna still like I'm like I'm kind of playing it safe, like just in case he tells me to do the opposite of what I'm about to do. I'm playing it safe. I'm making it flexible so I can move whichever way he tells me to go. So at this point, I'm just like, I don't even care if it's what I want to do or not. God, I just need you to answer me. Because I know there's sometimes where God will tell us to do something, and it's not what we want to do. I'm very aware that that could be the case. So I'm just like, all right, I got that. Can you just tell me what to do though? Nothing, right? So I'm still praying, still praying for others, still on a prayer call, still doing all of that. And I see him answering my prayers for other people. But I'm like, you're not answering me. So it goes beyond the point of, God, have you forgotten about me? I'm not there. Now I'm just like, nah, we like this. So you ignoring me. And that's just the human in me. I'm just like, word? Like, I feel like you ignoring me type joint. So I'm just super like, I don't even know. I'm just like getting super discouraged, overwhelmed, angry, a little sad. Probably the most emotions I've ever felt in my entire life. So all of this is happening, and life is still happening. Life don't just stop because you know I'm trying to figure something else out. So in the midst of all of this, it's just like I'm still going to work. I'm still, gigging, doing what I have to do. Um, and then like real life is real life is still happening because I'm laughing because I'm thinking of all of the things that like happened. Just like somebody broke in my car. A few weeks later, somebody smashed into the back of my car. It's parked. Another car is parked behind it. Somebody smashes into that car and smashes into my car, and my car ends up getting the worst damage. How? I don't know. So all this is happening, and I'm like, I gotta move in 3 weeks with no car, with the school year about to end. So I could work for the summer, but it's just like, all right, well, God, like that means I have to get an apartment, and you're not saying nothing. I gotta get all my stuff out. Still trying to figure out my car situation. I'm just like, how, how? And the way the street was set. I'm just like, how? Like, bro, what was you on? Like, you was definitely on something. The way, obviously, I didn't see it. I was asleep, and the crazy thing about that night, I hadn't been sleeping. So this night, I took melatonin. Melatonin, it be working sometimes, but not for real. This the night it decided to work. From what the police report said and what people who did see it said, the accident happened literally 3 to 5 minutes after I went to sleep. So if I want to look at the good side, it's good that I was asleep because I would have been livid. Had I heard it and seen it, I'd have been tight. I was already on edge. So you know what? I did actually thank God that I was asleep. It's like, I was like, you know what? I didn't black. I didn't cry. Did I have a big inhale and exhale? Because next the morning, police banging at my door, like, whoa, what did I do? I was like, I haven't gotten into any altercations. Um, so yeah, early like banging on my door. I'm like, whoa. So and they like, are you Taylor? Whatever. I'm like, yes. Like, oh, so somebody hit your car. I was like, and I literally was just like, and like they like kind of giggled. And I was like, you laughing, but like I'm trying to stop myself from having a breakdown, and not the breakdown that you think, but break. I'm about to hit somebody, and it might be you. So I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. They give me the report. They leave. I go in a crib, and I just scream. Didn't cry. Didn't call anybody frantic, whatever. I screamed. I took a deep breath, and I was like, all right, now what? One, let me call work and tell them I'm not coming. Because I was just like, yeah, not happening today. Went out, look at the car, and it don't look like I can't see the back of the car because the car is sandwiched into it. But I'm just like, all right, it don't look bad. Shorty called behind me, crazy, crazy. But I'm like, all right, whatever. Um, I don't even know how we getting into this story, but that was my life in the midst of trying to figure out what to do next. I'm like, now I got to deal with this, right? And that was that. Well, I say all of that to say it was just little petty stuff was happening during the biggest decision that I had to make, and I was just like, and I was just taking it on. I was taking it to the chin. It's like I learned how to take a lot of deep breaths. I'll tell you that much. Um, well, anyway, when it came time for me to move out, I didn't have an apartment, so it was like, all right, well, storage, go home, and that's where I am. It's been a rough week. Hasn't been the easiest, but because I had my mind set on what I was doing, I had a plan, and my plan would have none of this would be if my plan would have worked. So now I'm dealing with the disappointment of it all. I'm dealing with the disappointment of my plan not working. I'm dealing with the disappointment of pretty much God not answering me. I'm dealing with the disappointment of pretty much everything. And it's been hard to see the good in all of this. And I think that's why I've been so shaky. I can't find the good. I got one pro, which doesn't. I was just like, I could have did, I could have did without it. Like, um, and it's not that I don't have supportive people around me, that I don't have loving people around me, caring people. I have all of that, but yet I still felt so alone. I felt so misunderstood. I I felt unseen, and not because the people around me were doing anything wrong, but I think because that was my feelings that I felt toward God, and I kind of put them onto other people unconsciously, just because I don't want to be beefing with God. That's my dude. But the reality of my feelings is I feel like he ignored me. I feel like we like this, so why you doing me like this? You answering me on behalf of others, but I'm just like, it's me. It's me. It's me. The one who's like, I've been as faithful as I've been faithful. I've been obedient for the most part. Like times where other people were doing things like I'm just like, I didn't do what they did. And I'm just like, it's me. Like, so I'm like, that's how you feel? This is the human. And I know you don't have to tell me that God is good. I've been declaring his goodness through all of this, reminding myself that he's a good God and he cannot be anything else but good. So how dare I put all of this on him? How dare I try to be like, oh, whatever I just said? How dare I try to say he's ignoring me, or how dare I try to say he let me down, or he disappointed me, or I'm disappointed in him? How dare I? Because he's not a bad God. I wouldn't serve a bad God. But that's the reality of my humanity. I was just like, you didn't forget about me because you still answering me. It just, it felt like ignoring. And I'm not out of it yet. And this is why I'm so heavy on sharing while I'm in it. I'm not out of it yet. I still have not received an answer. And some will say, well, are you listening? I was. I can't say so much that I am now. I'm trying to get back to that place. But the disappointment has literally tried to take me over. I'm just so disappointed. That's the one feeling that I'm for sure that I feel. I'm super disappointed. So now I'm trying to work through that, trying to figure it out. And it hurts even more because I feel like I'm hurting the people who want to help. I'm pushing them away. I'm self isolating. I don't want to talk. I don't want to hang out. And not because of them. And that's what, I'm not the best communicator, but I don't want the people around me to feel like it's them, because it's not. It has nothing to do with them. They have been nothing short of amazing. But it's just like the trauma me is just like, you're alone. You got to do this by yourself. You got to figure it out for yourself, because if you don't, who will? When there's people around me, what you're saying, what can I do for you? Like, Taylor, are you slow? And I don't know. I've been super hard on myself. I've been kind of beating myself up, doing things that I know I probably shouldn't do. It's just, it seems like I can't help it. Um, and that's where I am. It seems like I can't help it. Like, what do you do when disappointment clouds your day? It's like, dang, like, and I know I'm more emotional than I've ever have been. I feel like I have cried more than, well, my actual heart was broken. And it might be neck and neck because that junk hurt. But it was one day that couldn't stop crying. And it's like, I don't like to. I don't like to. It's just like, I couldn't stop. It was like my head was caving in. It was just like, felt like it was like gonna explode. I was crying so much. I was like, no, I was like, I gotta be dehydrated by now. But this is where I am. It took a lot for me to sit down and record this video. Um, every time that I would go to do it, I just couldn't. Like I set everything up, and I just couldn't. And it feels like that with a lot now. So trying to move on, it just seems like I can't. You know, some days it's been hard to get out of bed. It's just like, if I can't, well, why don't you take it? I can't. I don't want to go outside. Like, I don't want to be social. Um, it's getting better, I think, but I don't know. And I'm sorry if I'm all over the place, but this is what I, about to share. Um, like, I don't have the encouragement that usually comes from me. It's just, I don't have that. I didn't want to be encouraged. I no longer wanted any advice. I'm just like, I'm good. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm a very routine person. I have no routine right now. Like, I feel like this is probably rock bottom. I thought I hit rock bottom before, but like, I think this is rock bottom for real. I don't know. I don't look like it. I don't think there's sometimes where I do like look like it, but like, obviously I wasn't gonna come on camera looking super crazy. I was like, no, I don't have energy to do makeup or get dressed up. I don't have that, but I'm gonna put some lotion on. um, but I share this with you guys so that whoever has felt this way, whoever feels this way, whoever will feel this way at some point, you're not alone. Do not allow the enemy to creep in and make you revert back to your old ways, because I feel that happening, and I'm trying to stop it. I feel the Taylor not talking, and it goes so much deeper than that. It's like what I was afraid of happening is happening. That coming back home, like where I grew up, I say that like I've been gone for super long. Like, I visit, but like that closed off little girl that I used to be is like she's coming back. That's all she knows here. And it's like I'm not doing it on purpose. And that's what's frustrating. I don't do it on purpose. But I feel her. It's happening. It's already happening. Like, no, don't you do it. Don't you do it. No. Like, who just walks around quiet, doesn't say anything, doesn't want to talk, doesn't express her emotions and how she's feeling. just just keep going throughout the day, do what you got to do. If you don't have to leave the crib, don't. That was a fear for me. I tried to stop it. I'm still trying to stop it. Like I said, I'm in this right now. This is right now. This is not a week. This is right now. Trying to figure out how to stop it in its track. Trying to figure it all out. It seems I can't. I don't think there's anybody that understands the depth of it all, because for me it's more than a location. It's more than a job. It's more than it being mental. It's way more. It's more than financial. It's more. And I don't I don't know. I don't know. This is something that only God can get me out of this. Only God can show me what to do. Only God can really help me through this. He may place people, to help. Only He can do this. And I think I'm a little bit more, disappointed because I know only He can do it. But me and Him, we not in the best space right now. I still love Him. Still not gonna, betray Him. But it's just like only you can help me. But I don't you don't feel like you helping me. And maybe I've closed myself off a little bit. You know, maybe I haven't been listening much. You know, maybe I have, kind of was just like whatever. Now, all of that is a very big possibility where I've just fallen a deaf ear. Like he probably speaking and I wouldn't know. um, but there is one thing that he did for me on Sunday, and he did reassure me that there's something beautiful waiting ahead for me. I don't know when I'm gonna get there. I don't know how I'm gonna get there. I don't know what to do next. But he did reassure me that there's something beautiful. I don't know quite what it is. I don't know what it's gonna look like. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. But there's something beautiful ahead. And now I'm just trying to get myself out of this hole so that I can start climbing the mountain again. I'm learning that life is going to have mountains. It's not just one mountain. You're going to have to climb that mountain. You get to the mountaintop, you rest. You get to bask in it. You get to see the joy. You get to see all of that. But then to get to your next, just like, all right, you go down. Now you got to go back in the valley. You'll have to dig and dig and dig to get to the top of the next one. And I feel like I got stuck in a ditch. I got to get out, start climbing again. Needless to say, keep digging, keep going, keep climbing, keep believing, keep praying, Keep doing what you got to do. And on the days that you feel like you can't, those dark nights, those moments where it feels like the walls are caving in, take a deep breath and take a day. I'm a big believer in taking days. Take a minute, but don't stay there too long. Get up and tell yourself you can do it. Even if you don't believe yourself the first time, keep saying it to yourself until you wholeheartedly believe it. And I believe God will meet us right where He wants us to be. So I always want to end our conversation with a conversation with God. I was born to stand in a gap no matter where I am. I can't get away from that. So, Father God, in the name of Jesus, Lord, we thank you for this platform. We thank you for this conversation. And God, I just ask that you bless each and every individual that will hear this, God. May you give us the strength and the courage to keep going, to keep digging, to keep believing. And with every step that we take, may hope be restored, may faith be renewed, and may we see something in you that we've never seen before. May you whisper sweet somethings in our ear. May you hug us tight. May we come in contact with someone or something that will reveal your nature. So, thank you guys for joining me on another episode of Talks with Tay. I'm super excited about this. Today was a rough one, but we're going to be better tomorrow than we were today. And that's all we can hope for. So until next time, appreciate you guys. Love y'all. Like, share, comment. Let me know what y'all want to talk about. Let me know let me know in the comments. Whatever y'all want to talk about. We're keeping it raw. We're keeping it honest. We're healing. We're growing. And we're evolving. But we're doing it together. So once again, thank you guys for joining me. We out.